That's Fingers Inc., Distant Planet. My special guest tonight, Larry Heard from Chicago. Gherkin Records, you set up in 88?
I think Gherkin, I don't know, it might have been 87 or 88, yeah. I'm not exactly sure.
Why did you set that up when you had Alleviated?
Well, I didn't set up Gherkin. Gherkin was a friend of mine that did that on Brett Wilcox in Chicago. And I was just basically trying to help out with that because the area needed something like that to get some of the tunes out that were there. I just basically helped out, you know, like doing the Gherkin Jerks tracks and
was that the first
mixing
release?
On some things. What was the first?
Got you there.
It might have been the first Gallifrey track. Might have been the first release. It was somewhere close to the beginning though.
Right.
Might have been second.
The Gherkin Jerks tracks are a bit more acid than we were used to from you.
They're pretty wild.
Was you going through a wild time?
I always go through wild times. I just wanted to do something really, really different, you know, than I had been doing. And I was just experimenting with sounds, and that's what I came up with.
Okay, this is Acid Indigestion. Gherkin still exist?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Gherkin. I know they were having a real hard time. It's really hard trying to do the independent thing in America. You know?
Right. So when you put a track together, how do you usually work?
On the feel only. Just whatever feels right, I just go with it and
what sort
keep
of thing,
going into it.
What sort of things inspire you to write?
Experiences, sounds that I may hear on different keyboards. I may create a sound on the keyboard and just, you know, use that as the foundation for my song, and then build and put things on top of it until I just like it. You know?
So you still work at home?
Yeah, basically doing all my pre-production and what have you.
And what other artists do you think have inspired you?
Oh, too many. Stevie Wonder, Return to Forever, those people, George Duke. I've always, even before I started, you know, to learn keyboards, I was always really interested in keyboards and piano. But unfortunately, being a child of people who knew how to play the piano, they wanted us to learn when we were younger. And of course, since they wanted us to do it, we didn't want to do it.
Right.
And I probably would be better off if I had done it, but I'm doing okay. You know, I'm being self-taught. You know.
Do you think music is a good way to get a message across?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How do you find much of the current rave techno music that's coming out?
I have,
do you get to hear
like any other kind of music, I have the tracks that I like and tracks that I don't really care for. I mean, it's certain things in any genre of music that would immediately send you to the store to get it. But unfortunately, running around as I have to do, try to, get my thing together, I don't really get to hear probably all of it. It's maybe a DJ would hear all the things.
You linked up with Black Market Records. When did that first come about?
Maybe in about 87, 88. Basically, Renee and Frankie Fonsette had came to Chicago to see the big house music scene in Chicago, which really didn't exist.
Had it finished by this time?
Well, there never was a really big house music scene. There were like 2 clubs, to be exact. 2 clubs, one which Frankie Knuckles was at and one which Ron Hardy was at, that were really catering to that type of music. Everything else was like mainstream R&B, what have you.
So they came to Chicago and approached you?
looking to find tracks and what have you, and just sightsee and hear all this good house music, and that's how we met.
You weren't actually signed to anybody else at that time?
Mm-mm.
So you were a free man?
Yep.
And so what came out of that?
We ended up doing the Gallimore Gallery track with Renee on Black Market Records. And, which is, I hear, a cult classic now.
Yeah, in fact, it's so much of a cult classic, I couldn't even find my copy. I spent about 2 hours trying to dig it out last night. Also came out of that the House Factors, or was that by the House Factors? Yeah. And there were 3 singles.
Well, 2, I thought. The one, 2 EPs, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you were still working as the It as well at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of the things we were doing, we never really stopped. It was just positioning each track under a different title,
How did you decide which artist was going to be the one for that track?
Depending on the feel, the aura of the track, I might say.
Mr. Fingers, What About This Love is the next one we're going to play. Tell me about this track.
Well, that was the birth of me starting to sing. I actually sung backing parts. I was more standoffish about doing lead vocals. At that time, there was nobody available to do lead vocals, and I just decided to take a stab at it. It felt right.
They turned out good. Mm-hmm. Let's hear it. What About This Love?
Vision present A Way of Life every Saturday, running from 10 till 9 a.m. at Paradise, Parkfield Street, Islington. For £10 and 5s after 5 on 3 floors, you get Trevor Fung, Richie Fingers, Al McKenzie, Mickey Finn, Swanee, Jumping Jack Frost and loads more spinning their hottest tunes. You can breakfast in our jazz cafe, A Way of Life, every Saturday, Parkfield Street, The Angel, Islington.
You're the best thing.
If you want to eat where the head barman looks like he opens balls with his teeth, eat well and have fun at Café Sol in Greenwich. From enchiladas to chunky steaks and burgers washed down with imported beers. Thursday and Friday nights, talk nice to the slammer girl and get your third tequila free. Café Sol, open midday to midnight on Nelson Road, Greenwich.
Yes. Techno John proudly presents a Pisces Crisis to be held at the warehouse, Nathan Weir, Plumstead SC28 on Friday the 13th of March. 10 to 8 a.m., 12 quid on the door. Mixes and blenders on the night. Groove Rider, Dave Angel, Mickey Finn, Calendale, Fierce Dad, Kid Bachelor, Mark Moore, and many more. Live PA by Saffron, MC Danny Chester. Happy birthday, Paul and Julian.
Challenger and Hicks are taking daily deliveries of
all the hardcore and techno.
White labels.
Full carriage, house, US and European imports from
music suppliers Challenger and Hicks in High Street, Dartford.
just when you thought you'd never find it. Dial 0322 223644. That's Dartford 223644.
Fresh. Special guest, Graham Park. Dans la nuit profonde, dans les rues perdues, n'oubliez pas qu'il y a un endroit qui existe avec la passion et la sexualité. Fait spécialement pour vos plaisirs. Pour la sensualité, la passion et la plus chaude Eurobeat. Come to Fresh this Friday at Legend, Old Burlington Street, from 10 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. £8 on the door, £6 for members. Fresh.
This is Colin Faver on Kiss FM. My special guest tonight, Larry Heard from Chicago. The album, how long did that take you to record?
We basically had all the tracks. It was just a matter of, we'd done a lot of material. We always continuously write. And it was just a matter of picking the right tracks that we thought that fit that concept that we were trying to achieve there. So they were basically there. We just had to pick them out, really.
Have you, you've got more equipment at home, obviously, now. Have you built up a proper studio now?
A proper pre-production studio, I'd say that. It's not like Peter Gabriel's studio.
I should hope not.
But I can work with it, though.
Okay, the track we're going to hear is Endless Journey. Tell me about this.
Endless Journey. Well, basically, once again, I had came up with some music, and Harry came over and he was showing me a book of his lyrics, and I just happened to come across this sheet about the endless journey, and it made me think for some reason, and I went through some tapes, and I ran across the track, and it seemed like the music was sort of a journey also, so I decided we did a demo and, put those words over it, and it worked out.
What's Harry doing now?
He's in Chicago writing. He's been asking me for music to put to his lyrics now, so I got to get back and
Is he
get him sorted
signed
out.
to a label?
I am not even exactly sure.
Right.
Because the thing with Big Life didn't work out too well. I don't know if they're going to try to do something else or just move on to another company. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's hear the Endless Journey.
There's a man who reads a letter, selling the seas in stormy weather, looking for his lost love, wondering where could she be, as he continues on an endless journey, endless journey. There's a lady who cried a sea of tears, holding on to his picture that she had for years. And every Seems like yesterday that he took her heart away on an endless journey, endless journey. Leaves fall from the trees, the rain turns to snow, sands in the hourglass, falls real slow, while two hearts of lovers grow on an endless journey, endless journey.
Journey. You're signed to MCA now. Mm-hmm. How did that come about?
Ooh.
Quite a big step to a big record company.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how I got the information that they were trying to contact me. But through Renee, I got in touch with them and we discussed what they were looking for. I mean, what they were expecting of me and what I would be expecting of them also, and I mean, we talked for a long time before I actually signed, and I felt it would be a learning experience for me also to deal with a major label now, which is quite different from what I had been doing in the past.
And have they given you plenty of freedom to do what you want?
Musical, yeah, I had to insist on that because it's not worth doing if I can't do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I understand the business end of, they have to sell and, that kind of thing. But I think, like I was saying about distribution before, my problem had been distribution.
Getting records in the shops.
Right, getting them to people who wanted the records, not really the people didn't want them.
Right.
I just couldn't get them to the area, so, I thought that would help me out a whole lot to be with a distribution network like that.
That's a problem you always face, really. You can be on a small label and have complete freedom and not get in the shops, or else be on a big label and be tied up for life.
Yeah. Or they want you to do something totally opposite of what you want to do.
Right. So you're happy with the situation now?
Yeah, so far so good. Working with a good staff of people and everybody's into the product the way it is and not trying to alter and change it. I mean, we had remixes done for the single, for clubs, what have you. Mm-hmm.
So is there an album forthcoming?
Yeah, the album is scheduled to be out on April 6th, but give or take a day or two.
Right, and the track we're going to hear is Children at Play. Mm-hmm. Tell me about this.
It's another one of those field things where I was just fooling around with sounds and creating some sounds, and I just came up with this pattern that I liked. It kind of gave me a Lyle Mays kind of a feeling from the chords and the way it was moving and some of the flute sounds and what have you. And it just made me think of an outdoorsy kind of scene. And I just decided to call it, because I made it during the summer, and
right.
I think I could hear kids outside playing or something, and I just decided to call it Children at Play.
Okay, let's hear it. This is Mr. Fingers and Children at Play. MR.FINGERS and Children at Play. That's the track from the forthcoming album, which we await. What else? Any other projects in the pipeline?
Well, I'm continually writing. I want to get some writing to some people that I really enjoy their work, like Sade. I like Young Disciples a whole lot, Gary Taylor. So I'd like to contribute something to those artists. I mean, if they want me to.
Are you actually planning to produce any other people?
Yeah, if they want me to. Sure. I'm flexible. I'm a musician.
You're not sitting on any hot property at the moment?
Maybe.
So would we see maybe future Alleviated releases coming?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how about, would you actually launch a label in this country?
Yeah, I'm working real closely with Black Market, so we're going to be doing some things through Black Market and some remixes here and there.
Mm-hmm. Are you actually doing anything with Robert at the moment, Robert Owens?
He wants me to contribute some writing to his album and produce some tracks for him once he gets that settled. So I'm looking forward to doing that also. And with Ron Wilson also, and probably on Alleviated, we'll be doing some more releases.
What else is Ron doing at the moment?
Ron's a dancer. I don't know if you know that or not. So he's dancing in a lot of commercials, doing some stage shows, and so that's what he's doing right now.
So tell me about what's happening in Chicago at the moment. Is anything?
Chicago, the same old thing. It's not really anything going on. It's not a heavy club scene or anything. It's just...
There's no one good club or anything?
Not really.
No.
Not anything worth mentioning. But there's a lot of talent there, so, we get to listen to each other's projects, demos, or what have you, and there's a lot of good stuff there. It just needs an outlet.
Okay, Larry, well, thanks very much for talking to us.
I'm glad to be here. Anything for you.
We could have gone on for days, really, but...
Yeah, we go back a long way.
Thanks very much, and good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Sound of my very special guest, Larry Heard.
Just come with me.
And that's just about it for this week. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be back again same time next week. Don't forget, a new show starts on Sunday. From the 22nd of March, I'll actually be on. But this week, Colin Dowell looking after things. Meanwhile, that's Sunday between 5 and 7. Don't forget, SW1 Club tomorrow night in Victoria. Our special guest, Fabio. Rage on Thursday. Friday night, I'll be down in Swindon at the Brunel Rooms. And Saturday, I'm off to Italy. Until next week, many thanks to Brenda for all the paperwork. We'll be back again same time next week. Take care. Bye-bye.